What's up, guys? I'm a patient of Dr. Reimer's, and I just got Sarpe, or Sarpe, however you'd like to say it, done about 40 days ago. And I want to make this video to share some of the things I've learned and some things from my perspective. Dr. Reimer and his team are going to tell you everything you need to know and give you everything you need to have, but I just wanted to share this from my perspective. And yeah, let's get started. So, 31 years old, male, live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Dr. Reimer is my surgeon. Dr. Cooper is my orthodontist, and Dr. Egnatz is my dentist. So in this process, I just learned this. All of them give me a lot of different paperwork that I need to have. So I just have this bin that kind of keeps everything together, and a folder to seal the documents. Super cheap on Amazon, like less than 10 bucks. And I just organize it like that, like braces instructions, and then I have stuff about the expander instructions and double jaw surgery and prescriptions and receipts, all that stuff wherever you need it. And that's kind of how I keep everything together, right? So there's that. And then braces, you don't get any meds, like you don't need them, doesn't hurt. Sarpe doesn't really hurt either. Just the first few days, you're just gonna need a few painkillers and amoxicillin. But I definitely would suggest keeping it all together because you're gonna have a foggy few days. And some of the things that they're gonna prescribe to you, super easy. You just go to Walgreens or CVS and pick it up, like amoxicillin and painkillers. Sorry, guys. And but everything else that you have to pick up, it's pretty basic, right? So Sudafed for kids, you're gonna get the liquid one. There's only one kind. You only need one bottle, guys. You don't need to waste your money and buy a lot. Afrin, you want the original one with the red cap. You want to avoid the no drip stuff. Why? Because you want this to drip. And that's not for me, that's me speaking to Dr. Reimer's team. When it comes time to take pills, I found it hard for the first 5 or 10 days or so, so I crushed them all up with this little pill crusher, and it's super easy to use. Just put them in there, put the lid on, twist it. 1 time does a really good job, 2 times pretty darn fine. 3 times it's like nothing, it's super fine. Cleaning tools, pretty basic stuff here. Obviously your normal toothbrush. You're gonna wanna get a kid's toothbrush. I believe that's a Cookie Monster, you know, casual. Tongue brush, definitely get the brush and the scraper. I found that scraper is better for the back of the mouth, where the brush is kind of good for the whole tongue. Anyways, there's that. You're gonna want chapstick, definitely, because your lips get super dry. And that's pretty much it, right? I try to keep all the meds and stuff in one place for when I need it, and in case, you know, it's just easier that way. So it comes time to eat and drink, right? And you really only need this for the first few days. I tested out an insane amount of different ways to eat. I was just drinking out of a normal cup or a glass, or really drinking out of anything, but it was a challenge because I noticed the food would get stuck in the surgical site after the Sarpe, right? Up in the front part of the upper jaw. So I bought a ton of different sizes of syringes, literally a ton, to test them, so you don't have to. And I found that the 100 ml syringe is perfect for water, right? This thing feeds water perfect, right? So take the lid off, put your thumb over the end, hold it, pour the water in up to here, put this in your mouth, take your thumb off, and you tilt it up like a little beer bong kind of thing, and it goes down your throat. It doesn't touch the surgical site, right? So really easy. Same for this one. This is more for like, this is the 150 ml, it's a little bit thicker. Perfect for Ensure smoothies and just thin smoothies, right? And then you have this one. This was probably the most commonly used. And if I was to only buy one of the 3 and I wanted to save money, I'd probably just buy this one. Water is gonna come out super fast, Ensure is gonna come out super fast. But this was the one that I used after I made chicken noodle soup and then put it through the blender, or really anything thicker that I want to do, right? This one was the thickest and the best. And there's a ton of different tubes that come with it. There's probably like 3 feet of tube that come with every one. Cut it to the length, but I'm just telling you now, There's no point longer than 6 or 8 inches. Otherwise, you're just like waiting for it to feed through here. And then when you're at the end, it's super hard to get it out. So kind of shorter is kind of better there, right? But you really only need to eat like that for the first few days after Sarpe. So really not a big deal there. But once you get to like day 20 or day 30 of Sarpe, you want to go back to your normal life, right? Of cleaning your teeth. I've had braces for over 8 months and just got Sarpe done 40 days ago. So I'm kind of tired of not being able to like water pick my teeth and floss it how it was. So these have really been a big game changer for me. Similar to how I tested a ton of different syringes, I tested a ton of different water picks, and I found that these were the best. This one I bring to work and bring with me on the go. Super portable, just breaks down. There's a ton of different heads that come with it, but typically I just keep this one head on it, and that's it. And then for home, you're probably gonna want something with a little bit more power. So this one I use at home, works great. Another cheap one from Amazon. So again, this is like my travel kit with a little mini toothbrush in there and toothpaste. And then this is my at-home stuff. I obviously have more toothbrushes and the tongue scraper and all that stuff in the bathroom, but I'm just trying to paint the picture that you should have something portable for yourself because it just makes life easy, right? So other than this stuff, some things that I don't have that I either returned, sold, or used, right? So things that you should also get for Sarpe surgery that will just make your life so much easier and just enhance the whole process. So in the beginning, you can't really use mouthwash, right? And toothpaste burns really bad for some reason for the first like 7 days because of the stitches, right? So using Polar, no flavor, just plain seltzer mouthwash, dump in your mouth, rinse around like mouthwash, dump it out. That was a game changer. The little bubbles like push the like grime through your teeth out, and it's a really nice mouthwash. 2, sleeping. It's a huge part of the recovery process, right? Make sure you don't just get a wedge pillow that's just a triangle. Get the adjustable one so you can adjust different angles, because in the beginning you're going to want to be at a pretty steep angle, and trust me, the swelling goes down. You just sleep so much better in the beginning like that, and as you start to heal more, then you can get more to a horizontal position. But to do that, it sucks when you're doing it with pillows. I did that too. I tried it like on the couch and all that, but when I had this adjustable wedge pillow set with the triangle for the legs, because the legs will keep you from sliding forward, oh my god, game changer. Slept so much better. That was huge. And these other 2 things, call it corny, call it what you will, but I'm a guy that likes saunas. I've always been a guy that likes steam rooms, especially after a good golf game, kind of just recharge. And I have really small sinuses and a little bit of asthma, so it just helps a ton, right? So I found that I got this little like waterproof chair, and I put it in the shower. And on Amazon I got an extendable shower head, really just your normal shower head, and a suction cup mount. So I would stick the mount right under the shower wall, put the mount on there nice and low because you're seated on the chair, right? And then it doesn't get on your face, because in the beginning you don't really want the water on the surgical area aggressively. You kind of just want the steam of it, right? So that was really nice, like a little spa in my house in the beginning. And I chose to keep the shower head because honestly I really like it, and the extra suction cup is cool to have. Some tips, right? Let's talk about some tips that I have. This was a big one. So the first few days I was pretty, I don't want to say like dizzy or so, but just wasn't myself, right? Because you're taking all these painkillers and stuff. So you have to keep turning the expander. I made like a little date, right? Monday, the AM and PM turn. I know this is overkill, but just to make sure I got my turns in. And then if Dr. Reimer asks you any questions, like how many turns have you done? You know. You don't say, oh, well, I think I got it on, like, you know. You have the data, right? So then comes meds. There's a ton of different meds that I had to take, but also I have thyroid meds that I take, so not to give you too much info. a little schedule very similar to that. Did I take the hydrocodone pill? When did I take it? Did I take amoxicillin? You have to get through that amoxicillin. That's super important. Did I do Afrin? And if you have any other meds, right? Don't forget about your normal day-to-day meds and all that stuff. But yeah. And if I had to give you any other tips, right? Like, practice sneezing through your mouth way ahead of time. That was a big one. You'll realize that eliminates a lot of pain, because there was a few times where I like accidentally put some pressure through the nose, and it's not gonna hurt a ton, but you could totally feel the pressure build up, and it feels like your ears are getting wider. Kind of crazy. And icing, almost forgot this one. So, funny enough, Dr. Reimer, the guy, he knows what he's talking about, and you just trust him, right? So, I'm over here grabbing some things from the freezer for you guys. I just wanted to show you this. He said, Blake, he said this way before the surgery, put 2, 4, or 6 bags of peas in your freezer, and just use those, right? That's all you need, and you only need it on and off. He gives you directions on that. And I thought that was a great idea, but for some reason I thought there were some products better online. I bought like 5 different types of like jaw bras and ice packs and face shield things they use at the spa that have ice packs built into them. The ones that come with these. I went on Reddit and saw how guys use pads for the back, but then they liked it better because there was more coverage area on the face because it's a back pad. I tried a ton of these things. Some things I couldn't return, so unfortunately I had to keep. But comes to icing, guys, simple as it is, literally just hold it, and if you want to watch TV and have a hand for the TV, do buy the jaw bra. This one happened to be my favorite of the ones that I bought, and take out the ice pack, because they all come with an ice pack like slid into this like sock, but it's so thick you don't really feel the ice. So take this out, put it on the inside, flush to the skin, and apply the ice pack. Done deal. Guys, there's a ton of little things I learned, but I just want to say it's pretty easy. You're in great hands. Dr. Reimer's gonna just get it done. It's gonna be over before you know it. You're gonna lose some weight on it. I lost like 12 pounds, and then in the last few days I started to pick it back up because I'm trying to eat fried food again. Shame on me. But super easy. Don't overthink it. It's definitely more of a mental game than a pain game. Didn't really hurt. And that's it. There's a ton of videos on YouTube of kids doing stuff similar to this, but I never saw someone break it down like this exactly. Do know that Dr. Reimer, your orthodontist, and your dentist, in my case Dr. Cooper and Dr. Ignatz, they're going to tell you everything you need to know, right? There's no question. You don't need this video. It's just my perspective as someone that's got braces from Dr. Cooper for months, Sarpe from Dr. Reimer about 40 days ago, and in the near future, double reconstructive jaw surgery with Dr. Reimer. And Dr. Ignatz and his team has kept my mouth and hygiene extremely clean this whole time, so no issues there, no infections, nothing. It's been really easy, and yeah, maybe I'll make a video like this after my double jaw surgery. Sorry, we're almost at 14 or 15 minutes long with this, but I hope this information is valuable to you guys, and be well.